welcome to another episode of Let's Talk with Joke. Today in the studio, I have one of my personal person by name Aloy Baswaye. Welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure.
Mr. Aloy is a salesperson of over 12-14 years experience, right? Okay, so Aloy, what is sales, or who is a sales rep?
Okay, so a sales rep is that person who sells products to customers and clients. That is the sales rep. He's also the person that takes the goods directly to the doorsteps of the clients or the customers in exchange for money. That's the salesperson, yes.
Just that.
It's as simple as that.
It's a very simple thing to do then.
Yes.
Oh. So what's the difference between you as a salesperson and the person hawking on the streets?
Okay, I'm not a salesperson. I am a sales manager.
Okay, yeah. Sales manager.
Yeah, so my job is to train and guide the sales reps on their go about on a daily basis. So what they do is I monitor their performances, I check up on them on the field, I see what they're doing, if they have any challenges. My job is to meet and correct those challenges they have on the field to ensure they're able to meet their sales objectives, which is the goal, and also known as the targets.
Okay, so your sales rep out there, do they have to be fully skilled, like?
No, so anybody can be a sales rep, to be honest. Anyone can be a sales rep. But there is potentials we look out for,
okay.
Which are like communication skills, your presentation skills, your agility, then the way you look as a person, because your appearance will determine if the customer will buy or not.
Okay.
So those are the little potentials we look out for, and then not everybody has 100% of all these potentials. So our job is to train them on reaching 100%, so that when they go out, they're all ready to meet with customers, present and communicate well with customers, so that at the end of the day, the customer is being able to purchase what they're selling.
Okay, with your years of experience and knowing how competitive the sales market is, what is that thing in particular that you would tell a person that, look, if you want to break even, this is the skills you need to acquire, or these are the things that you need to do in order to penetrate the markets?
Okay, so like I said earlier on, there are potentials we look out for, and for anybody who wants to venture into the sales route, before I go into the potentials, there's a lot of will I say, good things that a salesperson can achieve.
Okay.
First of all, there's rapid promotions when it comes to sales. You can start off as a door-to-door salesman, and then before you know it, within 6 months, you're a regional manager somewhere in some company, and that's because you've been progressing the ranks from door-to-door to team lead, from team lead to territory manager to field sales manager, from there to regional manager or assistant deputy regional manager. So that alone is the goal for salespeople to look out for. It's about the career, not really the money. Then the second thing to look out for is the compensation.
Okay.
For every salesperson, what you want to achieve at the end of the day is a lot of commission. Commission is what is being paid to you for the services you have done for the company, which is the selling. So salespeople tend to build up on these commissions. A good salesman at the end of the day does not look at the basic salary that comes in. A good salesperson looks out for the accumulation of commissions, because your basic salary as a beginner probably will be like between 60 to 100,000. But then if you're very good, you can earn close to $1 million in terms of commission in a month. So that's why you see most people venturing into sales as a whole. I started off with it, as a door-to-door salesman way back in 2008. Thereabout, yeah. But today now I've risen to the ranks. I'm group head at a particular company, and under me I have regional managers, I have the head of sales, I have deputy regional managers reporting to me, I have team leads, I have territory managers, all the way down to the sales door-to-door person reporting to me. So like I said, that's one of the things we look out for. So we improve in our growth, so that at the end of the day we'll get to, I'm looking at getting to become an MD one day. But the thing is, if you look at the MDs of various companies today, there are people who went into sales. Yeah. Not somebody says studying engineering or somebody studying accounting. No, these are people who went into sales. And at the end of the day, they become MDs, CEOs of various companies. So you ask the question and say, what is it that salesperson should look out for to know that, yes, I'm going into sales? One is your communication.
Okay.
You have to be audible. You have to be clear because you're passing across a message to a client or a customer.
Okay.
So they need to understand you as the person before they understand the product. You become the gateway before the product is being passed through and they buy. You get? So communication is key.
It's key.
Secondly is your appearance. Yeah, so I'm sure if I was tatteredly dressed right now, I won't be talking to you. You won't even allow me into the door. Talkers won't even get to talk to you. So that alone, again, is one of the things they should look out for in becoming a good salesperson. And then presentation. Communication is different from presentation.
Okay.
Communication is just getting to the customer to understand you as a person in terms of what you're saying to drive the product. But now presentation is how you want to drive that communication. You start from introducing yourself. You start from talking about where your company. Tell us about your company. Let's know whether you're genuine. Let's know whether your company is one of those top ranking companies in Nigeria. Then you now talk about what's the needs you want to meet. Because every customer client has a need.
Yes.
Yeah. For example, if I'm to sell you internet today, I'll ask you, how are you going about your production in this manner? How are you getting it online? So we'll provide data to you. So when you add communication, presentation, and appearance together, you become that key person. Thank you.
Okay, so you've heard from Mr. Aloy. He said to be a good salesperson, you have to join APC. In the sense that your appearance, your presentation, and your communication is key. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is still one of your favorite shows, Let's Talk with Joke. So right here in the studio, if you're just joining us, we have Mr. Aloy on the seat. Mr. Aloy is a sales brand manager, right? And shortly before the break, he was telling us the skills we need to acquire to be a very good salesperson. And let's continue with the show. Mr. Aloy, one of the questions from our viewers says, how do you build a long-lasting relationship between your clients and the company?
Okay, in answering that question, it's a bit dicey. Why I said dicey is because it depends on the product. And once you've been able to make a sale to a customer, that customer becomes, that person becomes your customer, right?
Okay.
Now, there's what we call after service. Sales doesn't just end at the customer receiving the product. Take for example, like I said earlier on, based on if I'm selling the internet data to you, you know, so you will need to top up all the time. And the fact that your customer sees you as the person, as the brand ambassador of the company, he or she is able to communicate with you, can reach out to you at any point in time. Okay. Now, the more you get to deal with that customer, the more the loyalty between you, between the customer and your company and you. So it's about after sales service. You have to keep coming up to the customer, asking, how's it going? Are you enjoying the service? Do you need us to improve on anything? Can you give us feedback based on what we've sold to you? All those kind of questions come together to build up brand loyalty. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So how do you identify a potential client when you see one like, oh, this client, I think this will be good for my company. Let me make sure. You know, sometimes you go out there to meet clients and then you persuade them and they tell you, I'll get back to you. But something in you tells you that this person is a potential client. I won't give up. How do you identify a potential client?
Okay, so as a salesperson, there's what we call the sales cycle. The sales cycle is prospecting. Prospecting means going around talking to people.
Okay.
The fact that you're talking to them does not make them a customer, does not make them, they've not bought your product. You're just starting you're initiating the conversation. Then when you prospect, you put customers into your pool, right? Now the customer can tell you that, I don't need it now, I'll get back to you and all that. That customer becomes a warm customer.
A warm customer.
Yeah, it means that you have to go back for a revisit. Sometimes you're lucky. The customer is like as hot as possible. When I mean hot, in the sense that he's buying immediately.
Okay.
You know, but it is based on the conversation you're having with the customer. You will begin to identify where this person lies. Take for example, when I was in the insurance space, we used to sell policies to clients. Now I know that every family needs a life insurance policy, which means that at the end of the day, if God forbid the husband should die, should pass on, what will he leave for the family?
Yeah,
so based on that, I'm identifying every family in Nigeria as a potential client. Now going back into the internet space, everybody today is using data, even kids use data. So which means I'm going to intensify my door-to-door, which means I want to move everywhere to sell this data or sell the devices to customers. So I have identified the target market. There's a market for every product. So that's how we identify potential customers.
Okay, so that is how we identify potential customers. That's good. So how do you create wealth?
That's it.
Because genuinely everybody, whatever it is I'm doing today, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is he or she is doing today, everybody just wants to be successful and we just want to generate wealth. So as a salesperson, how do you do that?
Okay, so it's two questions. How do you create wealth and how do you become successful?
Yes.
The fact that you have wealth doesn't mean that you're successful. Yeah, so let me see how I'm going to break it down. First of all, let me start with success. Success is being able to achieve your goals, your set out goals at 100% at the end point. Which means that if I set out today and I say I'm going to Ibadan, if I get to Shagamu interchange and I turn back, I'm not successful, right? But then I can get to Shagamu interchange and have made a lot of money within the point of time. Let's take for example, I'm a cab driver, you know, and my car is empty from Lagos, and I want to pick people
on the roadside.
On the roadside, you know. I pick people up, but then before I get, and I'm setting to Ibadan. My goal is to get to Ibadan, but I want to be wealthy. I can pick people, they'll pay me, they come down at Shagamu interchange. I have my money. I've made wealth, right? But then have I achieved the goal? Have I gotten to Ibadan? No. So success is actually achieving your goals, the set out goals you have made for yourself. And then wealth and success, sometimes they drive each other. You know, the likes of the Dangotes today. Yeah, he is wealthy and he is successful because it's a compound name now. Dangote is a household name. So if tomorrow you find out that Allah is in the mouths of everybody out there, and then they are seeing the kind of wealth I control, I think I've made wealth and I'm successful. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so Mr. Aloy, recently there's this video circulating the social media space about this young guy that sells fish pie, right? And he sings while selling, or he has a very good voice or something, and then it's all over would you consider that as a sales strategy, or what would you say the guy is doing?
Okay, thank you very much. You see, in terms of selling, everybody has a strategy towards what he or she wants to sell to the market. Take for example the fish pie seller who sings. The guy is selling two things. He's selling that fish pie and at the same time he's selling his voice.
Okay.
Truth be told, at the end of the day, a music producer who is not interested in that fish pie can hear him and pull him in and say, okay, I want to sign you up so that you can sing in my label. But then at the same time, he's actually enjoying what he's doing. As a salesman, you should enjoy what you do.
Yes.
Because whatever is going to sell that product, some products sell themselves, like the likes of Coca-Cola, Nestle, you don't need to even do advertisement. People are going to buy. But there are some that need you to push the product. So using your voice to sing, just like the fish pie seller, it is a strategy. And for me, it's a good strategy. I saw somebody when I went to Aba who sells puff puff. The guy was dressed in tie, and if you see the suit and the shoe. Now, the first thing that caught the attention of the customers is the guy's appearance. And then when the guy came and said, what I do is I sell pop-up, even if they don't like they'll buy it. So that's the strategy.
So appearance, like you said, you have to be a member of the APC.
Yes.
Appearance, presentation, and communication. And it's a wrap on today's episode of Let's Talk with Joke. Till I come your way next time, take care of yourselves and take care of others. It's bye for now.